Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Chicago. Here we are at the Chicago Architecture Center, and I'm inside here. It's like 20 degrees outside, or like 18. Here's the nice people where you can go there and get your admission. And they're doing construction on the top here, so I think it's reduced admission. It's only $5 because they're working on the top, and I'm going to have to be really careful here because I remember filming here last year. Hey Chris, hey John James. We'll see how it goes. Maybe they got some Wi-Fi in here. Let me see if they got some Wi-Fi in here I could tap into, because I remember going here before, and let me see if they got a password here to the Wi-Fi. That might help me out before I go deeper in the exhibit here. So I'll just ask them real quick if they got a... How you doing? Excuse me, sir. Do you have Wi-Fi here?
Yeah, it should be listed right over there.
Good.
Right here, right here, right here.
Oh, right here. There it is. There it is. Welcome to CAC. Okay. Welcome to... So here, I'm going to try to... Let's see if we can do this. I should have did this before I started here, but it was hard. To CAC. Let's see if this works here. So here, just bear with me 1 second here. Thanks for tuning in here. Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, I'll show you some of the... oh, must have got it wrong here. So let me see if I got it here. Welcome to CAC. Chicago Architecture Guest. Okay, I'm on the wrong one here. Let me get to Chicago Architecture Guest. There we go. So here, hold on here. I'm just tapping into the welcome to CAC Connect. Here, so hey, thanks Sharon. Really Julie Reed, Heather B. Yeah. Patty Cakes. Dave, how you doing there? Thanks everybody. John James. Okay, Mary Treese, thanks for being in here. So again, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to the Chicago Architecture Center. It's funny, like you know, I usually go here in the wintertime. We went here last winter, and it's much larger upstairs. And see, they have this video that plays over and over again. Well, let's see if we can catch the end of it here.
And immigrant neighborhoods. Meanwhile, Chicago's downtown was being redefined. Architects pushed the height limits with modernist steel and glass buildings. In the 1970s and 80s, postmodern buildings drew inspiration from their surrounding environment and the visual language of earlier Chicago buildings, while incorporating bold, playful ornamentation and dramatic symbolism. But as the 20th century came to a close and the population of Chicago neared 3 million residents, the city was faced with a new challenge: how to use design to remake the city's fabric once again.
Yeah, it's a great thing to do on a cold day.
To better serve the needs of city residents.
They got this big 3D model here. We'll check it out while this video's playing here. I'm at the Chicago Architecture Center.
The success of Millennium Park and the Riverwalk have brought together architecture, landscape design, art, music, and family activities, reigniting the downtown living experience. Public spaces have become fundamental elements of a vibrant, livable city in the 21st century. Chicago is a global leader in the smart city movement, gathering varied kinds of data to inform decisions and planning. As it has been in the past, Chicago is a model and laboratory for cities everywhere. Chicago, the city of architecture.
Hey, there we go.
Come explore it with us. You'll never see the city the same way again.
Hey, Chicago Architecture Center here. Thanks for tuning in here. So I don't know if this video is going to keep playing or if we just caught the end of it here. Yeah, we just caught the end of it here. So what I'll do is I'll give you a little brief overview of what's open. They're redoing the upper part. And here they got this giant 3D model. It's only $5 reduced admission. Again, yeah, this is a nice thing to do for a cold winter day like today. Like I don't even have my coat on, which is nice. And you know, a year ago, if you go on YouTube, we went through here. I know my connection cut in and out. That's why, like, I'm finally dummy me. I'm learning to tap into the Wi-Fi. They do have Wi-Fi here, and hopefully we're streaming clear the rear here. So we'll show the exhibits that are available. They're redoing the upper part, and it should be open in a month or so, maybe. Here's the Great Chicago Fire. I mean, so we're so empathetic to what Los Angeles is going through. Think of this. This burnt down a third of the city in 1871, and already the fire extent in Los Angeles is larger than this. Those giant fires there, the Palisades and the Brentwood, and then the one over by Pasadena up in the mountains here. Talked about how it led to stricter building codes here. We're at the Chicago Architecture Center here, and rose like a phoenix from the ashes. Firefighting infrastructure. Of course, you know, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, we know all that here. Fire safety technology. The night the city burned here. Look, they got this exhibit. And I think they got some interactive displays here. Let's see what, yeah, about fire detectors. But look at this 3D model. If you like, you know, architecture, city planning, 3D model building. Look how we're in the South Loop here. You can see the, yeah, nice clear stream. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I finally, like last time, remember I had some issues. I like a dummy, I'm finally tapping into the Wi-Fi here, so they do have Wi-Fi. Look, they got interactive displays here. Chicago Architecture Center tells about it. City of Architecture, Chicago's building blocks, the L on the Metra. Look at these interactive displays they got here. Visualize on the model. So when I click that, so look, see how the light, look how it's showing. These are the transit lines. Look at that. Isn't this is a 3D interactive model where it's showing the transit, Metra, and CTA running through the whole city in this 3D model. And then L station, let's see what it is here. Let's go back here. Cycle routes. Yeah, it talks about Chicago's bike. See, even the bike paths, roads and bridges, visualize on model. So now they're talking about the roads and bridges. So see how the lighting changed here? We're in the Chicago Architecture Center. They're talking about the viaducts, all those viaducts. We can probably see it if we go over here to the river. Let's look at the river. This is the mouth of the Chicago River, all the bridges and infrastructure that helps make this city possible. Multi-level stacked streets. Yeah, you see those light ups there? Yeah, we could geek out on this all day. Yeah, this is an architect and a city planner's dream, and everybody else just like history. Movable bridges. Let's visualize the movable bridges. So let's go to the river here. Remember how when we show the Basquiat bridges, the drawbridges, that there it is. See how it lights up all the bridges, all the Basquiat bridges here on the Chicago River. Look at that, this amazing model. Now they got it timed to 11. Isn't this amazing? It's nice how I'm using the interactive and it lights up here. And I'm showing people how it works here. So here, we'll go back over here. Let's see what else they got. So let's go back here. Chicago building blocks, the evolving city. Oh, the Great Fire. Let's see if it shows the visualize on model. Let's see if it does the Great Chicago Fire here. This is, yeah, okay, good, thank you. Yeah, look at that, wow. And isn't it amazing? Yeah.
All the way past the white wall.
It goes, because it goes all the way up to Fullerton, like that map over there, the extents. Thank you. So you're like a guide here. Thank you, that's awesome. So they're redoing the upstairs. It might take a few weeks, right? Yeah. So you're gonna put a new display up there?
Yep, 2 of them.
2 of them. So I'll come back for that. I work for EXP, so you know the architecture. I know Canon and all these other architecture firms. So I'm trying to promote this. You know, it's great.
Unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
And it's completely accurate.
Oh, I know this. I mean, it's a lot of effort.
When your building gets, if your building gets above the ground, we ask for your blueprints. We send them to the Colombian Model Company, and they start making the model.
We'll give a plug.
But you have to come up.
Yeah, out of the ground. Like right here, they're starting to come out of the ground at 400 North Lakeshore.
They have the blueprints for that already.
I know the Columbia Model Company. They're a great model.
Right.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Don't look up Columbia models. You'll get all the pretty ladies.
Yeah. Columbian, like the World's Columbian Exposition.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
I'll let you talk to other. Thank you so much. This is a fantastic model. And yeah, they made all these models, the Columbian Model Company. Look at this. You got Soldier Field.
They send out for some of the taller buildings.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
and they're the ones that decide gray, what shade of gray. There's 3 shades of gray here.
Yeah.
And because they said one shade of gray,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to differentiate. So there's dark, medium, light. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you're old or new.
Yeah.
They also differentiate on the windows.
Oh, okay.
And the detail on the buildings.
Yeah.
The bigger buildings have 100% detail.
Yeah.
But a lot of the smaller ones do not.
Yeah. Look at the Aqua. Columbian Model Company, women-owned business. I met her.
You're right.
Yeah.
She's a terrific
Oh,
lady.
yeah, wonderful. Yeah.
Worked with them. We worked with them before we moved here. Too,
Yeah.
And everything. So they've been with us all along.
That's great. Yeah, and some of the larger ones up there, you know. But you said you had to send out for some of those.
You
Yeah.
have to send out
Yeah.
for those.
Because of the scale, the material. These, yeah, they're more. Even look how large the Sears Tower is there. Wow. So here, I guess eventually this cycles through. This will start the movie again. It's like every 15 minutes.
It's on the hour, 20 after
20.
40, and then on the hour.
I'll try to catch the 20. I caught the tail end of it. Okay, good. See, yeah, they're checking.
Got about 4 minutes.
4 minutes, perfect. So here, let's. Thank you. I'll come back for the video. Thank you so much. And so here they got. I'm just going to give an overview before this movie starts. Here they got cities or laboratories for new directions. Here, see, new construction. Here's the 1000M. Remember how we showed the 1000M? Here's Pullman. On my original count, we went to Pullman. That's down 111th Street. See, they got the Medina Temple Auditorium. That's the casino. Remova Theater. We went to the Remova Theater. Remember how it's restored? That's on 35th there in Bridgeport. The YMCA. Morton Salt. It's a music venue. The Salt Shed. Look at it. They turned it from this. Used to store salt there, Morton Salt. Look at it now. It's an amazing venue. After Lollapalooza, there was all these secret shows. Diplo played there. Diplo. Here's the Wild Mile. Remember we show the Wild Mile? All this stuff that we show. Inglewood. I have to get down there to check this out. Inglewood Agro Eco District. Look at this. We'll get down there maybe spring and summer. Here's the Damon Green Line we got there. Discovery. They're going to build this South Loop. Yeah, Columbian Model Company. Thanks, Michael, for mentioning that there. Look what that. So this is what the 78 is going to look like. That's the new South Loop neighborhood. And here's the DuSable Park. Remember the DuSable Park? That you see, there's the new 400 Lakeshore. Eventually, there's a rendering of what the DuSable Park is going to look like. I'm hoping there's going to be a kayak launch here, but probably not. They got a kayak launch at the Wild Mile. But here, we're at the Chicago Architecture Center. We're checking out the model here. They're going to show this movie again. See, they got detailed some of the columns here. They got a scale model of Wrigley Field. Look at this. Look, here's Gallagher Way, Clark Street. Here's the Wrigleyville rooftops here along Wayland. Look at the scale model of Wrigley Field. And of course they got one in Murphy's Bleachers, but this one's better. This is a much better, larger 3D model of Wrigley Field here. There, go Cubs, look at that. Thanks everybody for tuning in here. Look at, here's Sheffield. There's all the Wrigleyville rooftops and the view you get. Look, they got Legacy of Wrigley Field. We'll come and look at this after this movie plays. We'll look at this amazing model. Yeah, this is very nice. So here, let's see if this movie's going to start. Look, 400. Hope springs eternal. We'll see. So Elizabeth Morris Neighborhood Gallery. That's what they call this. Okay, it looks like the video is going to start here. So let me get in position here, and we'll watch the whole video here. Thanks for tuning in to the Chicago Architecture Center. I'm staying warm here. And, well, we got a few minutes here. Look at, here's Navy Pier. Look at that. Jardine Water Plant. So we got about a minute till the video starts. So look at Millennium Park. Yeah, so did I miss any comments here? Let's see what we got here. Oh, they had the docent. She's great. And thanks, Dolores, Patty Cakes, Chris, to everybody. If I missed anybody, Anita, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Anita, I added you to the list there, so everything's... For some reason, I thought I had you on the list, and I didn't. Anita, a great moderator, helping to lead the team there for TikTok, and I gotta make sure I extend all the rights there along with Mary Therese and Chris, and I know Michael, you've been helping out. You're doing a great job. I really appreciate everybody's help. There, City of Architecture, Evolving City, City of Big Data, array of things, Evolving City, the Great Fire, neighborhoods, population. Here we go. Okay, so let's watch this movie here, Chicago Architecture Center. This is Wacker Drive. Just that's showing the Chicago fire there. See, I hit that button. And yeah, see, she's answering questions there. And again, they're redoing, like she said, they're redoing 2 exhibits. So after it's finished, we'll have to come back up there and check it out here. So they should be starting this video here. I think it's a 10-minute video, and I'll just stop talking and listen to it here.
The poet Carl Sandburg wrote about Chicago as city of the big shoulders, fierce, proud to be alive, planning, building, breaking, and rebuilding again. Chicagoans have always used design to shape their city and make a better future. The banks of the Chicago River are the traditional homelands of the Council of the Three Fires, the Odawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi nations. The late 1700s saw the arrival of Jean-Baptiste Pointe du Sable, a black man of African and French descent, who was the first non-indigenous person to settle in the region. His trading post near the river's mouth served both indigenous people and European explorers. In the early 19th century, the United States government began forcibly taking Indian land. The process culminated in the 1833 Treaty of Chicago, which removed all remaining tribes from their ancestral home to land west of the Mississippi River. Chicago incorporated as a town that very year with only a few hundred residents. But its destiny as a metropolis was soon set in 1836 when construction began on a canal linking the Great Lakes to the Mississippi River, thereby connecting Chicago to every vital port in America. Its population exploded, and Chicago became the country's fastest growing city, earning the name Lightning City for its crackling energy, and Porkopolis for its primary industry, meatpacking. The city's proliferating railroads carried machinery, commodities, and lumber out of the city and brought goods and hundreds of thousands of people back. By 1870, Chicago's population had swelled to 300,000. To accommodate a burgeoning population, local builders employed a house frame made of lightweight lumber and nails, as easy to set aloft as a balloon. This balloon frame was employed for residences, warehouses, and institutional buildings, and aided the city's rapid growth. On October 8, 1871, a fire sparked and roared into an inferno a mile wide and 3 miles long north to south. When the winds abated 2 days later, more than 17,000 buildings were destroyed, 300 people had died, and a third of the population, 100,000 people, were homeless. Newspapers called the Chicago fire the night America burned. Surviving structures offered lessons. The wooden balloon frame buildings had aided the fire spread, while brick, stone, and terracotta withstood the flames. Chicago architects began putting these materials to work. Emerging innovations, fireproofed iron, steel frames, and safe passenger elevators allowed Chicago buildings to climb above 5 stories. The rise of the skyscraper had begun. Louis Sullivan with Dagmar Adler pioneered structural innovations and fashioned elaborately ornamented buildings. As Chicago emerged, reborn, its architects and business leaders came up with grand plans for re-envisioning the city. At the 1893 World's Fair, Daniel Burnham showcased his vision for Chicago as an orderly and humane place to work and to live. Burnham's 1909 plan of Chicago was a culmination of lessons learned at the fair. The plan offered Chicago a blueprint for growth. To this day, Chicago is renowned for Burnham's triumph, the multi-level Wacker Drive, a ribbon of green boulevards and parks. A lakefront free and clear. This influential urban design spurred an unparalleled building boom in the years after World War I and before the Great Depression. Buildings adorned with lavish materials and stylized ornamentation became architectural icons. If Daniel Burnham shaped the cityscape, Frank Lloyd Wright's Prairie School designs created an ideal of the American suburban home, pioneering an open floor plan and details inspired by the flat Midwestern plains. The spread of Nazism in Germany brought Ludwig Mies van der Rohe to Chicago, who influenced generations of architects to shed historical styles and embrace a design approach of less is more. America's entry into World War II also brought new manufacturing facilities that laid the groundwork for subsequent development. But by 1950, manufacturing jobs in the city had started to end. Chicago was transitioning to an information and service-based economy. The 1950s and 60s witnessed a massive reshaping of the city. Highway construction and urban renewal policies changed Chicago. Despite community pushback, many of these government-led projects displaced Black, brown, and immigrant neighborhoods. Meanwhile, Chicago's downtown was being redefined. Architects pushed the height limits with modernist steel and glass buildings. In the 1970s and 80s, postmodern buildings drew inspiration from their surrounding environment and the visual language of earlier Chicago buildings, while incorporating bold, playful ornamentation and dramatic symbolism. But as the 20th century came to a close and the population of Chicago neared 3 million residents, the city was faced with a new challenge: how to use design to remake the city's fabric once again, this time to better serve the needs of city residents. The success of Millennium Park and the Riverwalk have brought together architecture, landscape design, art, music, and family activities, reigniting the downtown living experience. Public spaces have become fundamental elements of a vibrant, livable city in the 21st century. Chicago is a global leader in the smart city movement, gathering varied kinds of data to inform decisions and planning. As it has been in the past, Chicago is a model and laboratory for cities everywhere. Chicago, the city of architecture. Come explore it with us. You'll never see the city the same way again.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, very nice. So there it is. People are complimenting. I got a few people. I'm just on YouTube right here. People are like, thank the docent for saying hello and giving the good background information. I appreciate it. So thanks, yeah. And thanks for letting me film here because, you know, I know some of the museums don't like it.
We didn't like
yeah.
it at the beginning.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah.
But it's been years now, so.
Yeah, I understand. And I don't like it either because, you know, they're banning TikTok and we don't know where the social media goes. But YouTube seems to be better. And most of the people that tune in are like retired people anyway. They got time to tune in the middle of the afternoon. And so, you know.
Maybe they'll stop by.
That's what, yeah. And people have, you know. And so I told them when it's, you know, event, wait till the new exhibits are open. And thanks again. Yeah. So good. So we'll keep going here. So they play this like every 20 minutes. They play that video. And then look, they got the Buckingham Fountain there. Look at that.
What I think is so interesting about Grant Park is its garages underneath.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is one of the largest green roofs in the world.
Yeah, I tell people that too. Isn't that
and
great?
So
yeah.
Isn't that a marvelous use of everything?
Yeah, there's parking underneath Maggie Daley Park, under Millennium Park. Both you can access from Michigan and Columbus. There in the center. There's the South Grant Park garage, and there's parking underneath here. And then you can use the green roof, like you said. It's Stack City. We got multiple level streets. Same here. You know, parking is underneath, building service is underneath, Lower Michigan, Lower Wacker. The green roof of the park, we can still use it as Grant Park. We talk about how Montgomery Ward had to fight because Marshall Field wanted to put the museum here, and they had to put it down here. And then we got the Buckingham Endowment, and then the Art Institute. You see how much land it does take up, but there's still potential there, you know.
But the reason it's there is because the old building is from the Columbian Exhibition.
Yeah, 1893.
And it was there,
yeah.
so therefore they could build on there.
Yeah.
That would be all right. And the reason this building is here, the Harris Theater, is because it can be removed. Because the theater is underground. Theater is about 50 feet underground.
So technically,
So the top is where you enter and you start walking down and walking down and walking down.
That's good.
So that, because everything should be free and clear on Grant Park.
And that affects the new, potentially, you know, the Soldier Field, because I know they want to go to Arlington Heights. There's controversial. Then there was but the Friends of the Park District have something to say about that. You know, as far as if the, you know,
the one that they had something to say about, I mean, this is just complete, but this one they haven't said a word.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, they haven't said a word.
But the Lucas Museum, remember that? Well,
we lost so much money for that one.
Yep.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's controversial, and
Gosh,
it's
just. But anyway, that's
positive, negatives, everything. You know, and it is interesting. They haven't been saying much about Soldier Field,
right?
And that's very suspect. Hey, look at Navy Pier. Yeah. Look how much land they pushed out into the lake. Of course, this was implementing of Daniel Burnham's 1909 Plan of Chicago. Yeah, and.
But everything went, like Michigan went to Michigan Avenue.
Yeah.
So this is all new.
Yeah. The lake. Before the Great.
It was all here. This was all swamp.
Streeterville. He ran his boated ground, and look at some of the most valuable real estate in the whole city right there. And the same with Michigan used to go almost to Michigan Avenue where the railroad tracks. There used to be a trestle. Then the Great Chicago Fire, they started pushing all this out. And same with here, Northerly Island. That wasn't there. Most of this, everything east of Lakeshore Drive.
But that was Meigs Field.
Meigs Field,
that was great.
Yeah, this was Meigs Field. Remember, I know that was talking about controversial, where Mayor Daley II just shut it down.
Like it.
Yeah, I know.
That's very simple.
Yep. There used to be a bend in the south branch of the Chicago. They straightened it out for all those rail yards. And look, that's so nice. So you can see that's like when you go up to Sears Tower. That's what the skyline looks, or the horizon looks like. Yeah, thanks, Michael Chad. Check out the CAC website. Well, thanks again so much. I'm going to get going here, but appreciate it. And hey, Thanks for your
Talk to you
help.
later.
Yeah, talk to you later. I'll be back when those exhibits open there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we leave here, we'll check out Wrigley Field here. They got a whole legacy of Wrigley Field here, and see they got Clark Street, Gallagher Way. Remember, we go here sometimes for ball games, sometimes for the Christmas festivities or the holiday festivities. And here, built in 1914, Wrigley Field, second oldest. Yeah. A cream puff place on the pedway. Yeah, let's see if we can find it. We'll go out to the pedway. I have to be careful because some of the corporate security doesn't like me filming in the pedway because they technically own it. There's certain areas, like if we go to the Hyatt, it'll be fine. Here's the old Wrigley Field. Look, remember how I said the upper deck came later? This is what Wrigley Field looked like when they were building it before they built the upper deck. So they added the upper deck later. Here's what it looked like before the upper deck. Look at the houses. There was houses right there. And there they started to build that's the Cubs, that's the scoreboard. That's when they were building the scoreboard here, Wrigley Field. And look, they did ski jumping. They did ski jumping at Wrigley Field. Ron Santo, Ryan Sandberg, Harry Carey, Billy Williams, sweet swinging Billy Williams. Where's Ernie Banks? There's Fergie Jenkins, Sammy Sosa, Greg Maddux. There's Ernie Banks there, yeah, Ernie Banks. All the great Chicago legends here, Chicago Cubs legends. And I apologize to all the Sox fans. I'm at the Chicago Architecture Center here. There's Jay Leno singing, Jane Lynch, Ron Howard, old Ronnie Howard. I saw Ron Howard when he came to Chicago. I think he was going to a Bulls game. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Walter Payton singing the seventh inning stretch here, Wrigley Field. See, there's Gallagher Way, Zachary Hotel, and thanks, Michael Anderson. Hey, Nelios, peace, love, and sunshine. He said you sat next to Billy Williams at a playoff game. That is awesome. Hey, peace, love, and sunshine there. Yeah. Hey, Nelios. Yeah, having a good day here. Okay, so I'll get out of here because I'm probably annoying people with my voice here. So, yeah, Chicago Architecture Center, check it out. $5 reduced admission while they're redoing the exhibits upstairs. I did not know that until I came here. Now it makes sense. I saw they got restrooms. They do have a nice gift shop. Time we got here, 12:36. We'll just check out the gift shop. I'll show you the view so you can see where we're at. They got a open house Chicago. And wow, look at the view to the Wrigley Building, the Tribune. You see where we're at here, the Chicago Architecture Center. It's right on Wacker Drive, just east of Michigan Avenue. Really easy to find. If you can find the Wrigley Building and the Tribune Tower, you're close, across from the Trump Tower on the south side of the river here. It's in the Mies van der Rohe building. It's called the, I don't know if it's Michigan Plaza or 111 West Wacker. And we got beautiful sunshine, but it's just cold today. So maybe let's see if I can get down to the gift shop here. We got to go around. I think I can go in through the back there. Okay, good. So here's the gift shop at the Chicago Architecture Center here. Yeah, 111 East Wacker there. Thanks, Michael, for the address here. Hey, let's see what they say. They got calendars. Yeah, if you want a Chicago calendar.
It's so funny.
Bridges with the ice. Art Deco, that's the Carbide and Carbon building. Actually, I think those are just prints. Those are just prints you can hang on the wall. Hey, Harold Washington. It's got the Third Coast, the Great Fire. They got all these books here. Look at the sailboats. Yeah. Devil in the White City. Yeah, if you want to learn about the World's Columbian Exposition and H.H. Holmes. You know. Your Art Deco. Wow. I bet this is, look at this. Look at these architectural books. Art Deco high rises. That's right across the street from where I work, the Carbide and Carbon building. And that's the top. You see how detailed the top is with the gold? That's real gold. Carbide and Carbon building, 1929. Frank Lloyd Wright. Pictures of the old neighborhood, yeah. Hey, they got stuff for kids. They got games and stuff, little blocks and architect, yeah, like Lego type stuff. Hey, look at these chairs. Tension chairs. Architecture Unbound. Monroe Building. Look at that. That is amazing. They got a whole book on the Monroe Building. Thank you. Hey, they got T-shirts. They got the Great Lakes. Look, you can get a T-shirt. I'm gonna get a T-shirt of the Great Lakes there. We should put that on the page, the shop there. Get socks. Get your Chicago socks. So you can get the Chicago Theater socks. Yeah, that's how you can press people. You show up with your Chicago Theater socks. You get little. You can play chess with Chicago skyscrapers, and all the houses are pawns. You can get you some Frank Lloyd Wright mugs there. Look at that. Yeah, you get to throw rugs, scarves, bags, shot glasses, puzzles, mugs. You get the Chicago mugs. Yeah, you need the theater socks. You get your hats. You get everything you need here for the whole day here. So we'll head around here. I'll have to get off the Wi-Fi once I leave here. It's really nice. They got Wi-Fi, and so thanks for checking out the Chicago Architecture Center here, design store. You kind of get an idea what it is. So I'm going to kind of walk here a little bit. Let me turn off the Wi-Fi. The connection, at least we got some good footage of the Architecture Center. $5 will get you in. The top of the museum, it's only a small amount. The top of the museum is under construction. They're redoing the exhibit. Look, these used to be telephone booths. I think there used to be telephone booths here, but now they just use it for the mail. And if you just joined, we're in Chicago. We're at the Chicago Architecture Center. That's what we just checked out here. And this is part of the, used to be called the Illinois Center. I think they just call this Michigan Plaza. Yeah, the Illinois Center, 111 Wacker. This building that we're in was designed by Mies van der Rohe. Was one of his last commissions. It looks just like the IBM building, which is now the American Medical Association Plaza by the Marina Towers. See how they redid this entry. There's like a mall you can walk through the bottom of this. Look at this beautiful Wrigley Building Tribune Tower. There used to be an Amazon Go, but that went away. As soon as the pandemic started, they shut that down. And there's the Wrigley Building Tribune Tower. Are we still streaming okay? I guess we are there. There we go. So I got to be careful. There's the Blackhawk store. Before I tried to walk above, there's a security desk up there. They don't like live streamers. I understand they're just doing their job. Same with there's some security down here. Usually I walk down. So I'm going to make a left. I might lose my connection because we're in the pedway. I'm going to try to get over to the Hyatt. We got 1242. It's about 19 degrees outside. So thanks for cutting me some slack here so I don't have to go back out to the cold until the night when we go back. And look, they're working on this. Everywhere I go, they're working on something. Usually they closed it down probably because it's wintertime and they're afraid of unhoused people of sleeping in here. So I understand that. And so here we'll, unless you can go, how you doing? And here we'll head around. Everywhere I go, there's someone, I'm just trying to, show people what's going on here. She's really looking at me very suspiciously because she just walked in right when I said and house people. So now I look like the bad guy. Here, let's. I don't know why they have it closed off. Maybe they're just doing it for construction. But again, I got to be quiet because I don't want to attract attention. The security will ask me to stop filming if they know I'm filming right here. So welcome to Chicago. Here we're in Illinois Center Plaza here. I did not want to go this way. They have the way I want to go blocked off, and I'll be sure to tell security that the way I want to go I'm not wearing a coat because I went to the Architecture Center. This is interesting. You know, here's McDonald's. There's Burrito Beach. This is pretty good. Blackwood barbecue if you want some nice pulled pork or. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to see if I can walk back to the Hyatt. I'll probably lose my connection. We've done this before. We're in the pedway. The pedway is very important to know how to use if you're in Chicago. We're in the portion of Lakeview East here. And 15 years. So many of business, and now since the pandemic, it's not the scene. And hopefully I'll get my connection back when I go up here. I got to be really careful because, you know, the longer I'm in the pedway, I lose my connection. And when I go up here, the security will tell me to stop filming because they don't want, you know. But maybe I can go outside here a little bit. Hopefully get the connection back. You see where we're at here. Here's some of the empty, undeveloped areas. We're over by Stockton here. See how you can come out over there. So let's do this. I can go outside here, so I won't be outside long here. Here I am without a coat going out into sub 20 degree weather, but I'm tough. We can deal with it here. And here we'll get a nice view. Thanks for sticking on. I know I was losing my connection there in the pedway. The internet just doesn't work the way I want it. There's the Aon. This is Stetson here. What I wanted to do, let's see if we can get to the Skywalk. We'll go over towards the Hyatt here. We got 1246. We checked out the Architecture Center here. Thanks for staying on here. I am outside here. We got 19 degrees. I don't know exactly what the temperature is. There you can see the Genie Gang's Aqua. We're in Chicago. We're in Lakeshore East here. And see that tunnel I want to go through connects the annex of the Hyatt Regency here downtown. Goes underneath Stetson and you come up in the big lobby there, but they got it. And I was walking through, that woman gave me the dirtiest look I ever seen, and I'm like, you know, I'm not filming you. She like walked into my, like I was already filming that direction and she walked into my stream, and I didn't mean to film her. She walked in front of my camera. The perils of live streaming religion. We know what's going on there. Yeah, it's a beautiful chilly day. How you doing there, Anita? It's all good. Used to work in this building. Wizened, how you doing here? Yeah, here's the East Tower of the Hyatt. Let's see if, this door looks like it's open. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you this. Not that I'm trying to advertise for the Hyatt. I just want to show how the pedway works, that you could use the pedway to get over here. And so, hey, they got elevators there. How you doing? Hey, so the pedway's closed. I was trying to go through the pedway. So now
right now it's closed.
Okay.
Sir, do you mind us no filming up in here? This is a private property.
Okay, good. I understand. So how do I get back to Michigan Avenue without going outside? I have to go outside, right?
Outside.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. So it's closed for renovation there. The pedway's not public, and that's a shame. I think it's public between. See how the security was right on me. The security was right on me as soon as I went in the door. And normally I filmed in there before, but so here, let's head around here. And again, what is my major beef with America right now? Corporations are governments unto themselves. Corporations have gotten too much power to where they can buy elections. And I'm not just talking about Elon Musk. I'm talking about Citizens United and how the Supreme Court has said money's speech. So corporations have speech. They can buy up everything. They can buy up houses like BlackRock. And we don't have First Amendment free speech rights with private land. And I understand that. And I'm in a public street now. And that security guard's a nice guy just doing his job. He's paid by corporate security to be the police officer of their private assets. And so we'll keep on streaming what we can. I was so thanks to the Chicago Architecture Center for letting me film in there. We're trying to promote good educational stuff. Some of the museums, including the Art Institute understandably do not let you film in there. And as much as I would like to film, I'm not going to be a First Amendment warrior. It's not worth for me getting a lawsuit, cease and desist letter. They can afford more lawyers than I can. And we'll see how the chilling effects continue here. You notice how he didn't even try to help me out. I was like, it's cold. I was like, how do you get back? He's like, you can't. I'm going to kick you outside anyway. Thanks a lot there, Mr. Security Guard in a suit. See, isn't it? It's just, it's the same as the NFL. You know, they'll take Jerry Bradshaw and they'll dress him up in a suit because he represents the corporate NFL interest. You know, and all the announcers, they should just put him in sweatpants and t-shirts. You know, but no, they got to wear a suit because they represent the fucking brand of the NFL. I'm not even watching the playoffs. I'm still mad at the Bears for wanting to move out of the city, and it's just a brand anyway. I can watch high school football and have a more entertaining. You can bet on high school football just like NFL. Hey, welcome to Chicago here. I'm gonna wrap this up a little bit early because we're running into barriers of corporate areas where you can film. You see why I film on the outside so much. Every time I go inside, even to film a restaurant, you got to get permission if it's private, and I respect that. You know, I don't want people to control their. But the Hyatt's okay. I'll say something bad against J.B. Pritzker. So all you people that think I'm just a, you know, stereotype me as a liberal. J.B. Pritzker owns the Hyatt there, so I'm angry at J.B. Pritzker because his corporate security. He's governor of Illinois there. They got to protect his cash cow there, the Hyatt. Him and his. That's why we went from Rauner, a billionaire Republican governor of Illinois, to a billionaire Democrat governor. And it just shows you how much money you got to be a billionaire to be a governor anymore, you know, or to be president of the United States. So here, I better get off of this. What I'm going to do is we'll head back inside here. Here, look at the Pittsfield building. Yeah, see you later. See you, Michael Anderson. We'll see you after 5 o'clock on TikTok tonight. Okay. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for checking out the architecture today. We'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks, Anita. Thanks, Michael.